Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to do it a little bit easier way and make it more automated for you. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab my marquee, just like I did last time, and create a border around this with the marquee, like so. And I'm going to add the layer mask. So boom, I get a layer mask. I'm going to put a new layer below it and fill it with white. So now, if I control click on the layer mask, it will give me the selection. Remember, if we have something silhouetted on a layer, if we control click on the image, it will give you the selection. Well, here we're going to control click on the layer mask and it will give us that layer mask. So now I'm going to go to my paths panel. We haven't really talked about paths or done anything with paths. So I'm going to come into my paths panel and come to the flyout, and where it says make work path, I am going to make it a work path. And I'm going to drop my tolerance. I'm going to drop my tolerance down to a 0.5. That's the lowest you can go to a tolerance in a work path. I'm going to hit OK, and it's going to give us this nice little work path. So what I'm going to do, come back to my layers, come back to my layer mask, and I'm going to grab a paintbrush. I'm going to grab a paintbrush, just some crazy charcoal type looking brush, and I want to make it bigger. I'm going to make it probably around 150, 200 pixels right in there, 250, somewhere on there. 200 is good. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to come into my brushes panel. And what we want to do is we want to have Photoshop do a lot of the work for us so we don't have to do all this work. So on the brush shape, the tip shapes, we're going to turn on shape dynamics. In shape dynamics, we're going to have the jitter. If we take the jitter here and we move the jitter way up, like 90, 95% somewhere in there, and go to scattering, and we're going to say scatter this, and you can see we can scatter them apart a little bit, but we're going to go to brush tip shape and do the spacing. We're going to open the spacing up a little bit. Go back to the dynamics, the scattering. I think the scattering is just a little too much. Come down here like this. And now we've got a nice set of pushes on the brushes and stuff like that. So now I'm going to come to my paths after I've got my brushes done the way I got. At the bottom of the brushes, at the paths panel, there is a button down here, the second one in, that says stroke path with brush. So I make sure that my foreground is black. You can see my foreground color is black, my background is white. I come over here and I'm going to click on this button right here, stroke path with brush. Boom. And it's going to go all the way around randomly with the brush, and it's going to scatter it. Now you notice you see the stroke around the path where the path is. As soon as we click off the path, here I just click on the path, click off the path, go back to my layers, you can see how nice that effect is. So I hope that helps. That makes a big difference. All right?